There's one very important exercise that you need to be doing if you are serious about any kind of preparation or any kind of training, and that is rucking with a load.
The ability to march over long distances has always been something valued within the outdoor community and the military community, and there's a lot of overlap there. In the past, there was no such thing as motorized transport. Getting from point A to point B meant the use of animals or your own 2 feet. In a historical context, we can take a look at the Roman legions, who carried everything that they required on their own backs. It's not that dissimilar today. In fact, even in Ukraine, you can see a lot of the on-the-ground troops are carrying everything that they need on them. If you have to leave a certain area because of an emergency, knowing how much you can carry over a certain distance and for how long until you start to feel the effects is something that you should find out when there is no emergency. Because just like shooting with a pistol, a lot of people assume that it's easy and it's something that you can pick up in a week. But this is not The Walking Dead, this is not some movie, this is real life. Walking under any load that's meant for sustainment is going to be hard not just on the body but on the mind. You're going to want to dump your ruck at times. In a survival situation, this is the worst mental space to be in because you're already halfway to giving up completely. I would suggest that you start small. You don't overload the weight, you walk out with an empty ruck, and then you gradually start adding whatever you need to your loadout. Eventually that's going to go from 5 pounds to 10 to 20 to 40, so on.
One of the biggest things that you can do for yourself when you start rucking is you want to be able to choose a weight that's challenging. You're not going to start with something that is a military loadout. You don't want to start with those 30, 45 pound, 50 pound packs. You can injure yourself if you don't acclimate yourself to carrying a load for an extended period of time. And the thing is, if you constantly do these types of exercises without adequate rest so that you can repair yourself, you have a good chance of injuring yourself. You're setting yourself up for failure.
I know that there are various measurements for calculating how much weight you can safely carry, and in the military, we definitely violated that. In some cases, you're carrying up to 2 times your body weight, depending on what you do. You won't have to worry about things like a Singar's radio or any of those bigger batteries that they used to use. You want to have proper footwear for this activity. You want good, sturdy boots. There are many manufacturers out there. Everyone is built differently. There are so many different situations that I can't just say this is the best boot for you. That's something that you're going to have to find out based on reading reviews and then playing around with the different brands and insoles and sock combinations. There's just so many different ways to go. What it boils down to is you won't know until you start actively focusing on this type of activity. Now, as far as adding training weight, I did make a video on a rucking pill. They're cheap to make and you can control how much they weigh, and that's something that you can throw in a bag and just kind of set and forget. But do take out your ruck with the type of load you expect to carry if there were an emergency and you're trying to leave the area. With a lot of refugee videos, people start off with everything under the kitchen sink and then they start to assess what they really need. All those extra clothes, all the extra cookware, those can be replaced. Anything that will help you start a new life in a new area is something that you need to focus on. Generally, any good rucksack will work. There are comfortable options out there. I use the Alice pack. That is my favorite. That is the old standard that has never let me down. I know that the frames break, but mine has survived an ungodly amount of abuse, and I don't think I'm going to be letting it go anytime soon. All the different manufacturers out there have an answer to your rucksack question. Which one do I get? Well, this is when you should take a look at reviews, because quality rucks are not going to be cheap, with the exception of the Alice pack. Of course, your mileage may vary. If you're further away from any kind of military base or military personnel, this kind of stuff is not going to be easy to find. But if you are, pop into any surplus store, pawn shops. I've actually seen a fully kitted out tactical tailor rucksack. The whole deal, the whole package, the improved straps, the waist belt, and it was like $99. So you don't have to go full Gucci kit. If you're an urbanite, no hate there. A backpack works. So you're rucking, you're ruck marching, whatever you want to call it, get good at it. right? You're gonna have stellar cardiovascular performance. You're gonna be able to have the endurance that's necessary to make sure that you can get to a safe area on foot if you have to, so you don't have to rely on vehicles. It's important to make sure that you take care of yourself. Your health is one of the key assets that you can have in the event of an emergency. If you do this wrong for so long that your body starts to break down, you're going to be useless if you've permanently damaged yourself and you can't carry anything. Now you've transformed from an asset into a liability, and at that stage I'd hope that you're a good teacher. So have a quality ruck, keep track of your progress, make sure you have quality shoes, make sure that you maintain and keep track of your health, and above all, keep it interesting, because this is a lifetime activity. It is a skill, and all skills are perishable. So until the next video, be good, stay safe, and have a good one.
I don't wanna let myself down myself.